The ship is a character in this show very much as any of the main cast members, this ship plays. So the more elements you can work into it so that it has character, the better off we all are. I think this lends to it being a much more versatile environment from a shooting standpoint. This is the gate room on the Destiny. It's approximately 65 feet long, 35 feet high to the top of the central bays, and 45 to 50 feet across. One little piece of information of note is the Stargate is 2 feet smaller in diameter than the SG-1 gate. And part of that was to fit it in and make the room look a little more grand. And the other reason for that was just the sheer scale of trying to roll something of that sort of size. So the dimensions changed, and we have what you have now as the Destiny Gate Room. One of the key factors in this set is definitely the paint finishes. Hats off to Steve Crane and all of the incredibly talented people that work with him. In order to make surfaces appear metallic, one of the biggest giveaways is getting a glint like this off the edge. So you can have a surface that's a total paint treatment, but as long as you're getting a little bit of a hit off the high points on corners, totally metallic. And it proved true throughout. And all of our girders, we've treated that way. And we've actually come in afterwards on our wooden structures that are painted as metal and put metallic paint finishes onto all the high points. And then one of the perhaps more important paint treatments is the floor. Because everywhere you're on this set, with the exception of a couple of spots, you're 3 feet above the stage floor. I had them build a dimensional deck that the entire set sits on so that we could have physical floor panels instead of just a painted stage floor. And that's always been one of my pet peeves. You look at a set and you see this little seam where the wall hits the floor. You're looking at it as a set and not a real environment. We don't have that issue here. One of the other little elements that I was very happy we were able to achieve are the 2 different looks of the light wells in the floor. On the exterior, we have light wells that actually have a plexi cover on them, and they are exactly that. They are lighting, and they'll wash light up the walls. And then the grills that are more inboard on the floor are water-cut steel. So they're dimensional. They have the strength that you can walk on them because every one of these cross pieces has a support built in behind it. And now we're able to not only light through them, but we can actually send physical effects up through them. It's just another level of believability. This is one of the longest corridors in the ship. And in a ship like this kind of design ilk, pipes are a big part of the overall visual theme. We have pipes lining the floors all the way along, 130 feet. And we also have pipes up in the ceiling, which are open to above. Now, when the studio's black, we can shoot through those and see lights. And in this particular case, you'll notice a larger gap because there's actually a walkway above, and we can shoot back down through the pipes. So in order to facilitate that, we actually pulled one of the pipes out and gave them a little bigger shooting hole. In truth, all the pipes are on rollers, and they will slide completely out of the way for totally clean shots if they're desired. One of the built-in functionality things have become dubbed the chalkboards. In order to do a change out in this corridor, it's as simple as that. And these chalkboards exist on both sides all the way down, so you can now change this out in a matter of minutes to a totally different feeling environment. Something that might be of interest to you, a little literally behind the scenes stuff, if you'll follow me through this door, which appears to be some other area of the ship, backstage. And now you can see the underlying structure that we have in the set. Our construction coordinator, Scott Wellenbrink, decided that it would be in our best interest to actually use structural steel support. So we've got 6-inch steel posts throughout the set. And as you can see, these massive 2-foot beams that run throughout. The entire tunnel that we were just in earlier, the top of it has structural 6-inch steel beams that run across. And the idea being that potentially we will build on the unfinished second floor of this. And now we have structure to support whatever we want to do, from techno cranes to further sets to whatever it is we want to put upstairs. It is a bit of an unusual thing to find in an episodic television series, but the history that these guys have, we can't help but build for the future.